Welcome back, and apparently the name of this scene is Meet Cute. A little bit odd. Someone just bumped into me. Nothing serious, just winded.
Sorry, it's my fault. I was going to get some stuff and I was in kind of a hurry.
That someone here is Emmy, isn't it? The little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything.
Hi, Lilly. Hanako.
I guess the girls know each other.
Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't.
The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously, like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute I find myself smiling.
I know that. I was just... I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've gotta go change and everything.
Before any of us can say a thing, Emmy's already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here?
There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems.
She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight composed smile.
I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off then?
Lilly heads off along the hallway and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lilly and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with her thermos and tea bags as Hanako is setting out both their lunch boxes. So, is this what you meant by coming here almost every day?
Yes. Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, so we ended up using the room regularly.
After seeing Hanako's reactions to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that's a boon. That, and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat last, after Lily's poured the tea for us and sits down. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met.
So, how are you faring in Yamaku, Hisao? You seemed a bit flustered before.
Apart from getting lost every now and again and being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess.
You looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay?
For a brief moment I consider telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think they're buying it, but in what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess that is one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story behind it. Everyone has things that they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. So, how long have you been in this school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well.
Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well, and moved to the dormitories when she did, if memory serves right. That's right, since high school.
So you've known each other since then?
Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right.
Yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably reason enough to befriend them, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. With the immediate conversation dried up, we start to eat our lunch.
Nom 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 nom.
What you looking at? It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out.
I guess I'd better be off. Are you going to go with us out, Hanako?
Hanako looks up at me. and for a second I can see that she is considering skipping class, maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me.
Yes.
I don't know what to think of it. Hanako really is delicate to the point of breaking if looked at in the wrong way. Makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lilly gives a nod of farewell as she bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I fling out before her. We walk quietly down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me.
Hisao, thank you for sharing lunch with us today.
My pleasure, Lilly. And with that, we part ways, Lilly entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and I to make off on our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. So, do you want to go back to class now?
Yes.
Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. And Lilly was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class and walk in. The teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. I wonder if it is some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of the school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. The class goes on quietly. The teacher seems like an okay person, despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively easy. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there is still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd. At the hospital I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here filling the considerably shorter hours is much more difficult. Everyone else leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Mutou is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a bad ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. Did he have a voice? I don't remember.
What is it, Nakai?
I jump at him, addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's nobody around. Nothing. Thinking about what I'd do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, and more routined. You have no plans? No, I considered joining a club, but don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest. I guess. I don't know how to continue from there. Mutou looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I forge on ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not like I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It's like, it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone, even if they are blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness when the only way to communicate with her is through Misha? Or Hanako. It's not like you can ignore her face. But I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open.
Yeah, hello. Teacher.
Misha crashes in, hands straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves.
Quiet down, you whippersnapper. I'm trying to die here.
She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Mutou, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general slumps in his chair. Mikado. Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly, as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong but has no idea what.
Yes?
We've talked about volume control before.
Yes.
But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So, what is it?
We need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress.
She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that?
Plywood. Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little, but this time we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left there. So, do you know where there is some?
I don't understand. How would I know?
Shi-chan, the president thought that a teacher would know if there's plywood. Was she wrong?
Mutou looks like he is in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible, like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the time. I'm afraid I have no idea if there is any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any.
Aw, what should I do?
Perhaps try to find Mr. Nakayama? I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter.
I don't have time. We're so busy.
She holds her head with both of her hands, looking as despairingly as it's possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumbles the note she's holding against her hair.
I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we are falling behind schedule.
Mutou looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it would be better if he didn't. I wonder if you could get some temporary help. He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression, as if trying to say go make some friends. I guess I can give you a hand.
You can? Thanks, Achan. You were really nice.
She pauses, doubles a double take, and then points at me with a finger, yelping, "Ah!" and looking very puzzled.
Come to think of it, what's Achan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun.
We just had a little chat.
Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hichan?
No, I'm not.
Is Hichan in trouble, teacher?
No, he's not. Mutou sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get off the teacher's back. So, what do you need?
Here's a list. I can try to find plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room.
She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implications on whether I'm joining the student council or not.
Aww. Still, thanks, Hichan. Try to be quick.
Fine.
We are still in a stall building street. Now, we must hurry, hurry, hurry.
She bounces off the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit the hallway. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 31 and 32 on the right side, and 34 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, or at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody, huh? Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence.
There's a titan there. Shh, be
It ate my leg.
I'm gonna end the part there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.